Let's get this show on a roll. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the mindset of an entrepreneur. As you go into this journey, you got to make sure you're looking at something differently than you have currently been looking at. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. I'm having problems with my comments, make sure you post where you're from so I can see your comments, because I'm having a problem pulling what it is. We're going to get to it. But before we do that, you absolutely know what we got to do. We got to roll graphics. We do it every week. Let's start with that. Perfect. Comments are coming up. What's going on, everybody? If this is your first time here on this channel, it's very important that you know what you just landed on. My name is the owner of Flash Film Media, and I'm here to help you get that bag. This channel was designed to help content creators like yourself turn their passion into profit. It's where you come to learn the business side of things. People say the volume is low. Make sure you. So this channel, again, is designed to help you understand how to grow the business part of it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the major thing. Today, I've reached a big milestone for me, which is 50,000 subscribers. That's an arena of people who trust and believe and love the YouTube channel. And I want to say thank you for supporting me. I want to say thank you for supporting me. Today's sponsor want to thank you for supporting me. So, please hold on to your seats. Please, I'm about to hit you with an uppercut real quick. Right now, and through the entirety of this live, I'm giving 50% off all courses and contracts. There you go. 50% using that promo code 50K subs. It's 50% off all courses and contracts. Listen to me. There is a timer on that thing right there. I don't know if you see that. That's a timer, like right there. It's a wrap. There you go. I'm going to pop that up through the live, but using promo code 50KSUBS, you get 50% off all courses and contracts. There you go. Let me say this for a second, because a lot of people watching YouTube is cool and it's easy and it's great. But man, running a YouTube channel is work, bro. It is work. You're going to put in a lot of work before you see anything from it. If you are a person who requires instant gratification, like you're not going to be happy running a YouTube channel. It just don't work like that. Like you have to be in love with the long game, right? You have to be in love with like 401k. Like you have to be okay where things could go. even at 50,000 subscribers, you still got to push. Like, what motivates me to keep going, really, I'm going to be really honest with you, is the interaction that I have with people that I would have never met had I not started a YouTube channel, right? The interaction with people who are across the world, who are, you know, in the Romes, in Africa, in Australia. The thing is, I really enjoy the interaction, and that's what I've loved, you know, doing lives, because I get to talk to people with people in real time. I get to meet people I would have never met. That is what drives me and what I love about it. I get to help people change their business, change their life, change their mindset. I get to have these conversations where before my YouTube channel, I really had nobody to have these conversations with. Very few people I could talk to about business who were locked in and focused and really wanted to do this on a daily basis. It's, you know, you don't meet a lot of people like that. And I'm sure a lot of you, in fact, I wasn't even thinking about the idea of a community until I started. And they were like, man, we need a place to talk, or you know, so I built the community. But it's just great to have people who live and breathe and die this type of work and this mindset, and have the ability to meet people all over the world who share this mindset. So I want to again say thank you. I really appreciate you. I really enjoy talking to you guys, and it's the best part of my week. It's just coming on here and just chopping it up with so many different people that are in just so many different cultures, so many different countries, so many different continents, just all over the world, who are in the same boat. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter. None of that. It's just people who have the same passion and the same goals and the same dreams. And I really enjoy working with you guys, talking to you guys, sharing things. I really enjoy hearing your wins. And it's been the best part of my YouTube channel. Without a doubt, the people interaction is the best part. It's the part that pays you more than what ad revenue and all that crap will ever pay you. And it's just great to be able to talk to people who are, just on the other side of the planet, that can identify with, you know, some of the struggles that I go through. It's amazing. It really makes you feel, you know, people always say like world peace and all of that, but I think that you really care about people when you can relate to people. Like, it helps you care about people more when you can see a person and relate to them. So to have this as the thing that we all relate to is just an amazing thing, because like I said, I get to talk to people from all over the world who, man, I wouldn't even believe they're having the same struggle as I am. And then here we are chopping it up, talking about, you know, how to grow our business and things like that. I've talked to people, and this is going to sound crazy, I've talked to people in countries that I never even heard of. I'm like, you're from where? Let me pull that up on a map, on countries I've never even heard of that are having the same issue, and we just connect like that. So I want to thank all 50,000 of y'all who hit that subscribe button, who continue to contribute to the website, to the channel, and your comments. However, I don't care if you bought everything or you bought nothing. I still want to thank you, because you have been a part of the journey of Flash Film Academy, and we're going to keep pushing, because we got to keep turning this passion into profit. So today, what we're going to talk about is your mindset, right? Because to be an entrepreneur, you have to change your mindset. You have to look at things differently. And often, if you find yourself failing at something over and over again, usually the issue is you have not looked at it in a way that will benefit you. One mentality that I want you to lose is the mentality that everybody owes you something, or the world is wrong, right? Because you can't control the world. The world may be wrong, you may be right, but you can't control the world. What you can control, though, is you, and how you react, or how you provide certain things to the world. And when you start to change that, because crying and moaning and saying, oh, they supposed to, I wish they would, won't help you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody owes you anything. You have to change you. So often we look at problems that are opportunities. And if we start looking at these problems that are opportunities as opportunities, then we will grow. It took me some time to really grasp that idea and figure it out. But when I started to change my mentality, I started to find ways in which I could be better. And my business changed, my life changed, how I approached and talked and dealt with people changed, who I entered in my circle changed, who I was around changed, who I hoop with changed, who I even let ride in my car just changed when I started evaluating myself. And what am I doing to contribute my situation? Hold on, people are asking for the code. There you go. What am I doing to contribute to the situation? And I tell you that, and I'm gonna will it back into your should never be frowned upon, right? They are all really good things that you need to use to get better. Look at a sale or close a deal. Look at why people aren't looking at you and start to understand what you're doing wrong. One of the things that I tell people and I teach you guys is there's a reason I put systems and processes, right? Because when you have a system and you're doing the same thing every time, this is why you want to do this, because a lot of you guys are eyeballing it. You get a client call in, you go through a whole new spiel, but when you do the same thing over and over again, you can then identify what's not working to improve. If you say something different to a different client. Another reason why I say niche, because when you have one niche, you'll have one spiel or one product to one type of client. And then if you're doing this working, you can go back and see where you may be having an issue and tweak it and try it again. If you're doing something different every time, it's hard to improve. So if you got 10 different niches and 10 different clients, you're saying 10 different things and 10 different products, you monitor this product again for another year. So how can you improve? It's easy to improve when you're doing nothing but this. Let's get this right. And then we can grow and do something different. So understanding why you failed becomes a whole lot easier when you have a system in place. Then you can look at the weak points in that system. Sometimes when clients don't hire me, I even call them up and ask them, so, what was the reason you didn't hire me? And a lot of them will say X, Y, and Z. This is why. So that I can tweak and make changes to that part of my pitch, to that part of my proposal, to that part of my website. Or these opportunities, or you're looking at them as problems, are complete opportunities. Let me make sure you guys can, I got one person say they can't hear me. Make sure you guys can hear me good. And be mindful of implementing your systems and processes at all times. When you go to McDonald's, it's always the same. Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you today? It's the same. Everybody sounds the same. No matter if you go through the drive-thru, you walk in, there's a reason for that because they have perfected that. The goal of their opening speech is to be quick, fast, and straight to the point. Trust me, when they started, it was, hey guys, thanks for coming in. I hope you're having a great day. So how was your day today? So what will you order? Nope, we got to get people in, get people out. This is what you need to say. They have a system in place so that their reps can get straight to it all the time. Go straight to it, ask what you want. And you can't even finish saying what you want to say. And they're like, is that it? Will that be all? And you're like, man, give me a second. Let me think about it. But they have systems in place that they have perfected throughout the years. They're training them for a reason, right? They're training them to say that for a reason because that works. So keep that in mind as you start to grow your business. You need to develop a system and process. You need to develop a script in which you handle clients, a script in which you answer the phone, a script in which you call people back when you go over the proposal. I have a script that is pretty much word for word, and I know it by heart. I can go around that script, but I'm pretty much hitting the same bullet points every time. And you may want to start with a script that's word for word until you get to the part where you're overcoming objections. I've even gotten to the point where the certain objections, I have a script for that objections, like price, where will we shoot, things like that. There are common objections that you're going to get depending on your niche and your target audience over and over again. Two things that should tell you: one, you need to create a script to overcome it. But two, you need to look at your pitch before and your proposal and find new ways to address this objection before you get there. If everybody's talking about price, you need to show more value, right? If everybody's talking about, you know, well, how many cameras you gonna bring? If people are asking out a lot, you need to make sure you provide that within the proposal or within your script. You need to make sure you answer these questions beforehand, so that once you get to the, because once you get your script worked out, once you get an understanding of what your client is going to ask, and you can present it in a way where they have no objections, you're going to start to get a whole lot more easy yeses, a whole lot of easy yeses. Easy, yeah, let's do it, let's go, let's go. And that's when you start to notice that you've perfected your script, you perfected your pitch, you perfected your proposal. So, and that's the goal, right? You want to make it easy for people to decide to do work with you, do business with you, and easy for them to pay for it and work through the process. In the end, I'm asking clients about the sales, not just the sales process, but the shoot day process. What did they like about it? What didn't they like about it? So that I can improve it. I'm always looking to improve. And sometimes you're going to get opinions that's way left, right, all over the place, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you're going to get a ton of those opinions. However, you need to be mindful of that. And when you look at the average and say, okay, maybe this guy right here was just him. Let me put it back on the screen because I'm getting a lot of questions about that. Hold up. I'll put it back on the screen for you guys. You are working to build that. You want to build that process and that system so that you can make changes, right? That's the great thing about it, is they allow you to go back and tweak what's going on. They allow you to go back and see and identify the problem. If you do something different every time, it's very difficult to identify the problem. Opportunity, right? It's an opportunity. That's, a lot of people say, well, you know, what did you get most out of Thumbtack? The thing I got most from Thumbtack, relationships, but I had the ability to fail fast and get feedback. So don't be afraid to fail fast, then ask for feedback. Do not fail and then go away. Don't do it. Do not fail, then go away. Appreciate you, Media Smith. Hey, big shout out to Rodney. Today is his birthday. I think he said he turned 22. I don't know, to the second power. 22 with like 20 years of experience. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge the man. Cool guy though. Happy birthday. Just want to put that out there. He's a gold member. You've seen him on here all the time. Everybody know the Rodney shot. So big shout out to you. Happy birthday, bro. Let me make sure also, you know, keep in mind, like I said, you want to make sure you're looking at your problems and looking for the opportunities. As an entrepreneur, you can't walk around with 50,000 problems, right? You really got 50,000 opportunities. Alex said he turned 50 millimeter. We probably turning 50 at the same time. I'm getting 50K subs. He turning 50 out here. I don't think he turning 50, man. I don't think he turning 50, bro. Alex Trip. Hey, what makes it so funny? What makes it so funny is not only Alex say that, but then his profile picture right there makes it even more like, you know what I'm saying? Like, makes the joke even funnier. So I don't think he turning 50. He gonna beat you up. So appreciate all the congrats. Appreciate it. Yeah. So make sure that as a business owner, you're looking for your problems. You're looking for your problems so you can turn them into opportunities. He said people got jokes though. Hey, that's between you and Alex. I'll see y'all Thursday on the live Thursday, and y'all can chop it up then. But that's between you and Alex. I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? So big shout out to you, bro. Yeah, keep in mind, you know, look at ask for feedback. If a client say no, we're gonna go in another direction, ask them why. Do not be afraid to ask for feedback. Don't be afraid to do it, because that will help you grow. When I talk about what's going on, Crystal? When I talk about getting a beta client, the number one reason I tell you guys to get a beta client is so that you can get honest feedback from a person that is your target audience. He is your target client. And he wants to help you grow. He or she wants to help you grow. Structure-based pricing calculator is a part of Master Course 1. It's a part of that one. Okay, let me go back to that. Because mind you, let me also say one other thing. Because I'll make sure I mention this. Because I don't want people mad at me. The 50 for 50 is only for 50 people. 50% off all courses and contracts for the first 50 people. I don't know if I said that, but after 50 transactions, it's a wrap. So let's talk about making sure that let me see. So great question, Dale. Did you hire a sales consultant? Dale asks, did you hire, let me move this up here because I don't want it to get in the way. Dale asks, did you hire a sales consultant to help you develop your sales script, or did you develop it yourself? Yes and no. So my original sales script, yes. I hired a sales consultant. Honestly, I wasn't too crazy about it, but I understood what the sales consultant was trying to do. And I really, you got to realize this, there aren't a lot of sales consultants that write a lot of copy for content creators, right? It's just a new thing. And you have to tweak it to your liking. Let me tell you this too. For me, what I started doing was I started getting mentors from different places, and I started replicating because there was no mentor in this, right? So when I started thinking about uniforms, I started thinking about service-based industries. What are electricians doing? What is Comcast doing when they come to your house? What are those companies doing that are coming to your facility? They're in uniform, right? They get big checks. But I don't want to model myself after the company that's not getting big checks. Even your janitorial service for businesses have uniforms. So why aren't content creators going in uniforms? How can I be respected like a big company when I don't have a uniform? When people showing up, oh, he wearing this, they wearing that. Not even just black. All black don't work anymore. But how can I be respected as a big Fortune 100 company if I don't have a uniform? So it's important that I have a uniform. How can I be respected without a legitimate logo? How can I be respected without hats and jackets and stuff like that? Like things as little as putting stickers on your hard cases will make you look official. It subconsciously make you more valuable. So I started getting mentors in different areas to help me build out Flash Film Media based on what worked in their area. A lot of these companies, electricians, a lot of janitorial, they work with businesses like you and I. So what were they doing to look the part? And I started replicating that. I started seeing what works and what don't. Do I want my crew to wear hats all the time? Do I not? Like what works and what don't? Polo shirts are great because you can wear them to a really high-end event, or you can wear them to a casual regular day. And I started noticing a lot of great companies were moving to polos, like Best Buy, which they've had them for years, but the companies are starting to move to polos. I can go into a Lexus dealership and they'll have polos. Sometimes they'll have suit jackets, but I wanted my crew to also be comfortable. And I wanted to be comfortable. So just looking at little things like that and kind of plucking and pulling things really helped. 10100 Media, what's going on? What's the difference between good client feedback and bad client feedback? Is it a client focused on price only regardless of the value you bring? Or did I not illustrate value well enough? Okay, any client that's competing about price, it's a value thing. For me, that's how I look at it. Any client competing on price it's all about value, because people will pay whatever. Now there are some people that I'm gonna tell you the difference. There are people who can't afford you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when the value is there, they're hoping and wishing and trying. When the value is not there, they're like, that's too much. When the value is there, they're like, man, I wish. Let me see what I can do. That's the difference between the two clients. No, that's $10,000. That's too much money. They need more value, because I guarantee you they're riding around in something that's worth more than $10,000. I've seen people spend $10,000 on purses. I've seen people spend $10,000 on puppies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just depends on the value. right? It's all about the value, the value, the value. People who can't afford you will wish, and man, one day I'm a. When you go into the Lamborghini dealership because you've been sold on value, you don't go in there and be like, that's way too. Some people do. That's way too much money. People who understand the value is like, man, you know what? I'm gonna be in here one day. I'm gonna get my credit score and make enough money to come get this car one day. Those are the people you want. So some people don't understand the value of a Ferrari. They just don't get it. You have to tell them it's handmade, this, that, and the other, blah, blah. Then they'll understand. It took me driving in a Bentley to really fully appreciate, you know, what a Bentley has to offer. Not riding in it, but actually driving. It took me to drive in a Bentley Bentayga and have it for some time to really understand the value of a Bentley Bentayga. I didn't know. I was just like, it was just a high Jeep Grand Cherokee, but understanding the value of it. Alex, great question. He says, I hear you on the value argument, but what about when people are just price shoppers? They're not your client. Tell them to go to Walmart, right? Tell them to go to Walmart. Mr. B said, will it be 100% off for 100 subs? I don't know. Help me get there and see. I don't know. We may do something crazy. So, he said, I watch people bet 10K on a ping pong game. Wow. Mine was blown. Yeah. That's a ski mask opportunity, but you didn't hear that from me. Where's my sound effect? Wait. FBI, open up! It's all about value. McKinley, good looking out on the super chat. He said, I got a 2-part question I need help with. Go for it, bro. Post it. In the meantime, you listen, you're going to meet clients that's not a good fit for you, right? You're going to meet clients. That's why I tell you about your target client. If your target client is, you know, makes a certain amount of money per year, they participate in golf and high-end things, you know, they got the money. You should know what your target client income level is. And with that, you should have the ability to understand where they are. I got FedEx on my door. Anyway, so let me answer that question real quick. Really quickly. All right. After watching the beta testing portion of the master course, I realized I may have made a huge mistake in putting the screenwriting task in my beta client's hand. Absolutely. Take that away from them. Take that away from them. How should I go about reapproaching my beta clients and starting the process again, this time handling the script writing? You listen, when you go to your beta client, right? And I talk about this in the course. I talk about this in the course. When you go to your beta client, it's very important that your goal is to help them win, right? I am here to get as much information as I can from you so you win. Help me help you. And in clients, your beta client will love to help you because you're helping them. Remember, we're never approaching a beta client like, let me do this for you. I need your help. You're a business owner. I'm a business owner. I need your help. I'm not here to sell you nothing. I'm here to ask you for a favor. And then that favor is to create something that helps you. Help me create something that actually truly helps you. I don't want nothing from you but advice. I don't want nothing from you but advice so that I can create something that actually helps you. I'm not going to charge you for it. I'm about to go sell it to the other suckers. You can kind of say it like that. But I am here to help you. I'm here to help your business grow using content, but I need to know valuable information. I need to know the information that actually works. When you approach a client like that and you're willing to eat whatever you got to eat to do, and I'm not saying don't go crazy and put yourself $1,000 in debt, but even if you have to, this is $1,000 investment that's going to make you $100,000. You need to look at it like that. If you got to eat something on creating content for a client, eat it. You're investing it. You think companies don't pay money for research and development? You think they're not investing in research and development? They spend billions with a B to make tens of billions. So eat it. Eat that little change to help them grow. So make sure that you're okay with that investment in yourself. They're investing their time. You got a doctor that's saying, I'm gonna spend 3 hours working with you on this. I'm talking to you on the phone. I make $500 an hour. I'm spending 4 hours with you. I'm missing $2,000. And you complaining about putting $50 in Fiverr for this client? So do what you got to do, but create the product. Now you got a product that works. You got case studies. You got proof. You probably got a testimonial. You off and running. So when you go to the next guy, it's a fast yes. Fast yes. Fast yes. Fast yes. And it's easier. And then you look up and you're consistently closing. You're consistently closing. Keep that in mind. Like make this easy for you. Don't make this harder for you. Your target customer will tell you everything you need to know to close more of them. Keep that in mind. See, I thought the feds was out there for real. I gotta lower that, but that's my new graphic. Whenever I say something that's you know what I'm saying? Whenever I say something that's real on point. FBI, open up! Invested in $250 in decals. You gotta do what you gotta do. Where is? Okay, other day I quoted a lady $8K for a package of 10 videos. She was super excited about them. She came back, the other video I quoted her $350 a video. Okay. The thing is this, let me tell you, and I like that. I'm glad you said that. Let me tell you where the opportunity is in that situation, because there is a great opportunity in that situation. You didn't provide unmatched value. You didn't provide something she couldn't go get from somewhere else. You didn't provide her with enough information, right? Let me break it down to you, right? If I say, I'm gonna give you a cheeseburger for $5, and somebody else say, I'm gonna give you a cheeseburger for $2. If I'm shopping, I'm gonna be like, well, both cheeseburgers, right? I'm gonna go with the $2 one. But if I say, I'm gonna give you a handcrafted double cheeseburger with bacon, such and such, hickory smoked bacon, Swiss cheese, fresh Swiss cheese cooked on a 3-ounce patty, and bread made in Italy and blah blah blah, for $5, or you can go get a cheeseburger for $2. Which one you gonna go with? Right? You're gonna go with that one. Why? Because they showed more value. Right? If you saying cheeseburger for cheeseburger, yeah, video $350. But what are you gonna do? That's why you got to add more to it. You got to add more value to it. You got to talk about things that you offer that regular guy who just saying, 10-minute video, $350. Okay, we do more than that. We do more than that. Where is it going? Who is it for? We're going to help you create it for that audience. What are they just saying? They're going to film it? Yeah, okay, cool. This is what we're going to do. This is why we're more expensive. Because we help create content designed for your target audience to keep their attention so that they'll complete these videos. And then we'll help you, upload them and put them in places and meta tag them, whatever you got to do on your niche to sell these videos. The problem is, at the end of the day, they just felt like you offered a video and somebody else offered a video. And theirs were cheaper. Okay, cheeseburger for cheeseburger, I'm going to go get a cheap cheeseburger. Well, why am I come get it from you? It doesn't make sense. Why would I come get it for you if you offering the same thing? That's when I talk about value, right? That's what I talk about value. That's why value is extremely important. Selling value, and not just, this is what we do. You have to go into more detail on it. Let me put that back up here because I don't want no messages. So, and in the next live, Thursday, we're going to talk about creating unmatched value. We're going to talk about that. I'm glad that question came up. So think about it like that. If you just saying we can do cheeseburgers $1 a cheeseburger, and somebody is like, we have a handcrafted cheeseburger cooked and, grilled, flame boiled on a sesame seed bun with 3 different types of cheese, 2 different types of lettuce, pickles, fresh, never frozen. That's why companies do that. That's why Wendy's and stuff, they're doing that, because their Wendy's cheeseburger is a little bit more, right? But it's a little bit better. If you want a better cheeseburger, you probably go to Wendy's over McDonald's. If you want a flame broiled cheeseburger, you probably go to Burger King. But you want to make sure that you're selling things. And in the next live Thursday, we're going to talk about how to even name it different. What's a Big Mac, right? You can only get a Big Mac one place. You can't compare the price of a Big Mac. If you call Burger King and say, how much is y'all Big Mac? They're like, we don't got a Big Mac. We got a Whopper. Well, that's not the same thing. They call it a Big Mac is what? 2 beef patties, sesame seed bun with a piece of bread in the middle, some Thousand Island dressing, and some cheese, right? If I go to Burger King, I can order that same thing. I can tell them to make my Whopper just like that, and they will. They just can't call it a Big Mac. But because McDonald's can call it a Big Mac, it's unmatched. You can make the same thing, but yours ain't a Big Mac. Yours is a fake Big Mac. But simply because it has a name to it, and they push that name, they have something that you can't compare with. You can't compete with. This unmatched value. Your company should be doing that as well. Get a package, name it something, make sure it's something special, so that when they do call the other guys and they offering the Super Matrix package, you got that? No, we can just do 3 videos for you. Oh, that ain't a Matrix package. A Matrix package got 3 videos with the teeth whitening and the skin smoothing, and it give you all in the midst of it helps you go, well, we can do all of that too, but is it a Matrix package? No. Well, I'm going over here. So those are little things that look at things that companies do, and they just rename it something special. Apple did Retina display. What was special about it? Nothing. It was just a high resolution display. That's it. But people bought it. So companies, look at cell phone companies, right? They do that with their networks. They give their network a special name. And nothing special about their network. They're all buying routers and stuff from the same companies. They're all buying the same, it's all from the same company. Their networks aren't very different, but they call it something different. So look at how many companies name something different. And when you dissect the product, it's like anybody can really offer you this. They do that because you can't take you're gonna bite that name and you can't take it somewhere else. Go look at computer monitors and go look at computers and look at all the technologies that they have renamed something so that you can't compare it to their competitor. They'll trademark that term so the competitor can't even speak of it. You'll buy something that is less that has less quality because it has a great name, and you can't put it next to something else and be like, do y'all have this technology? No, but we got the exact same, we got, all that is X, Y, and Z. We got better stats over it. Well, it ain't called this, so I'm going, people do that all the time. It's all the time. All the time. Calling something an Impossible Burger or over a veggie burger or a vegetarian burger or whatever sounds better, don't it? I'm not a vegetarian, but I will take an Impossible Burger. You know what I mean? So that is a way to provide unmatched value, but we'll get deep into that Thursday. Let me see. FTD1 says, Ty, do you come up with a quote to shake on during your first consultant? If so, how often do you veer off the original quote in case your itemized pricing add up to more? I never leave a quote. I never leave with a quote off the top of my head. Let me tell you why. Because I sell the idea that a company is going to help create content that's designed to help your business. I can't give you a quote with just me. I'm not even though I am to my client, I am a project manager. Let me get with my team so that we can develop something for your company. Why, Ty? What does this do? This shows value. The client, I'm leaving with information, going back, getting a whole group of people that's going to sit around a table in their mind and develop a plan for their business. That alone is valuable. It's valuable. It's of value. I don't want the client thinking I'm just eyeballing it. When I do provide that quote, I remember we speak French here. We don't speak English. We saying we a proposal that we think will help your brand. We. It's never I. It's never me. It's never I'm going to do nothing. We. Talk a little French, just a little bit. Shout out to all my people who's watching in France. So when I do provide that proposal, I want you to think we sat in the Oval Office and we brainstormed on what's best for your business based off the information we have. I don't want a client to ever think that one man is making that decision. So, because one man can be overruled, one man can be swayed or persuaded. One man can be that. If you found out that the person at the register set the price on the gum in the store, you would try to negotiate with that person. Market. That's where you negotiate. Go to a farmer's market where you're standing there with the owner. That's where you negotiate. So I never present myself as a one-man band. I am the project manager. Let me go back and let's work on this. And then we will provide a proposal. After we look at your business, we better understanding of what you're trying to do. Because remember, we're providing a solution. We're not just selling drugs. We ain't just handing out one size fit all. We're writing a prescription. Let me do some thinking on this. Let us do some thinking and let us discover ways to help your business grow. And we will provide a solution for that. So I don't give prices up front. Bremo, appreciate it. So thank you again, Ty, for all the great throat punches. 50K subs, congrats. But everybody here know you should have. People just want to know, don't want to know the truth. Facts. It's unsexy. Maybe if I had more B-roll or something, people would love it. I thought Retina display was supposed to be great, but I made the switch from Android to iPhone and I was disappointed. Yeah. Mr. B, are the contract courses and contracts, I can't even talk, USA specific, or a lot of contracts have been sold in Australia, UK, and Africa that are working. Canada as well. Big shout out to all my people up north. Actually, I've had people in Canada go to court with them, and they were like, bruh, save my butt. What advice do you have about closing a bride inquiring about photography before she even has a venue chosen? A lot of advice. One, find out what's important to that bride. It may not be what you think, right? Different brides have different things that they are conscious of. I've worked to the type of venue they had because their religion was only in churches that didn't allow flashes. So they wanted natural light photographer, whatever. So find out what they're looking for. Often it's not just pretty pictures. There's often something that they're looking for, right? Sometimes they want people to capture the images and facial expressions of their family members, their mother, their fathers, things like that. I've had when I was shooting weddings a lot, I had a bride whose father passed. She hired me because I promised her I can Photoshop her father in one of the pictures. She was like, "You're hired." So, but I understood her father recently passed. They were moving forward with it. I understood that that was important to her. And because of that, we closed it. So you just got to find out what, every bride is different. You got to find out what drives the bride. When they ask for the price range or the cost of the project, what's a way to handle it? Oh, I love that question. I love that question. The price range, I have a starting point. So my starting point would be, $2,500, something like that. You can have a starting point. Don't ever be afraid to say what your starting point is, because it may help save money. It may save time. It may help you eliminate that client. Our prices usually start at whatever your prices start at. I usually say start at about 2,500 and go up. But it highly depends on what we're doing. We also offer discounts depending on what package. So we could possibly go below that depending on what you're trying to do. That's why I leave them. So they're just like, okay, ballpark figure that area. So, but listen. Don't be afraid to eliminate the client. Don't be afraid to be like, hey, I got $20, bro. It ain't nothing I can do for you. Don't try to save everybody. Don't try to save everybody. You will drown if you let everybody on your boat. If you save everybody, you will drown. Don't do it. Let's see. Channel Guide says, do most of your clients pay to license the video for use each year, or do they see that as a turnoff sometimes, depending on the type of content, right? Everything don't need to be licensed. Some stuff is a one-time use. Like we shoot a lot of corporate events. We don't license a lot of that. But if I shoot a video for a company that owns a building that's renting it out, yeah, we're gonna definitely license that out because they're gonna use it like crazy. So companies that need a license aren't usually turned off by it because they've been there before. So I don't have a problem with it. If you're working with clients and everything is licensed, talk to your beta client on how to approach them about it. They'll tell you. Talk to a beta client and go over some ways to explain why it makes sense to them. You may want to even work it in the contract. And that way, if you need to take a step down, if you need to uncheck it to fit within a budget, you can. So, cheeseburgers come with cheese. If you want to take the cheese off, you go down to just a hamburger. Present cheeseburgers to everybody. And then if needed, you can uncheck that. Let's see. Oh, they're having a conversation. DMV says, I want to thank you for your advice on Thumbtack. A year ago, I felt I was getting robbed by Thumbtack. Since I added some of your techniques, I've been killing it on there. Hey, Thumbtack is a great way to grow your business. I grew my business off Thumbtack. FLC says, what is a beta client? So in this course here, I talk about the benefits of a beta client. A beta client is someone that will work with you or you will approach in order to develop. Once you pick your niche, to develop your products. You'll work with them for free. They'll give you your answers to develop the perfect product that you will then go and sell to other people. In that course, I talk about how to get them, how to pitch them. I even give you a template that you can walk in and read from. Hi, my name is, and I am here. I even give you templates on the questions you need to ask during the process. The goal is to develop a product you can then sell to other people within that niche. And you need 3 beta clients to perfect it, right? When Apple want to come out with a new iPhone, or companies want to develop something, they usually do research and development. They bring people in and do surveys and get opinions on what the public may want. This is the same thing, but for your company. That way, when you approach a new business, you know what their pain points are and you can address them before they even open their mouth. And you may be able to address future pain points. Hey, when we did this and this and clients grew to that and that, this is what they ran into. That makes you the subject matter expert. That means whatever you say, they're going to buy. Now that you have this superpower, use it for good. Don't sell them all kind of stuff. Now that they trust you and believe what you're selling and what you're talking about, because you have the experience of helping a dentist grow from 2 patients to 2,000, you provide them with great stuff. You provide them with what they need to continue to grow, and you don't take advantage of them. It's kind of the cheat code. It's a cheat code to growing your business, honestly. So you don't have to figure it out. 10100 Media say, every time I get advice from you, I feel more empowered in my business. Business is just, being great at business is just about understanding business more. The more you understand business more, the more confident you get. And the more you start to see success. Remember, you're not going to wake up tomorrow with just Lamborghinis, and it's going to be little growth, little steps. And my goal is to help you understand some of the opportunities that you all may have missed because you thought they were problems. And when I started, I'm not going to say loving my failure, when I started appreciating the fact that I recognized I was failing and how I made changes, I started, it wasn't a bad thing anymore. Failure was no longer a bad thing for me. And I became humble, and I appreciated the fact that I recognized that there's an issue here, early, and that I was able to change it fast enough, right? Because you'll be thankful. It's kind of like, imagine you are getting ready to go on stage, or you're getting ready to go in front of a camera. To the set, you're talking to people, and somebody like, yo, hey, your hair, oh, fix your hair. Okay, cool. You got spinach in your teeth. Cool, thank you. Some people are offended by that. Record, and then they go back and look at it, and they was like, I'm a hot mess. Some people appreciate the fact that people care about you enough to say, hey, you got a little spinach right here. You got some on your face. You know, I love that. I love that. And you won't be a good entrepreneur if you are not open to being criticized a little bit. You're not open to people saying, hey, some constructive criticism, right? You gotta be open to that. There's things I'm terrible at. You guys have seen stuff misspelled or a comma or whatever. I get it. I don't get mad. If I spelled it wrong, hey, tell me, bro. I'm fixing it. I'm not like, oh, I know that's a weak point for me. You have weak points. You have weak spots. Some of you are great in video or not great in photography, whatever. Embrace the idea that you're not perfect, and know that you're going to need a little help in that area. Anything. So be open to learning about that and letting people approach you. Michael said, how do I feel about photo booths? We have a photo booth we rent out. And that photo booth, I'm working photo booths. If they support your niche. Don't film dog grooming and have a photo booth. No. If you're doing events, yes. If you're doing weddings, yes. It's a whole different niche. Whole different niche. He said, man, you spitting game. I need portrait wedding contracts, so I buy yours and it covers both. Or do I have to buy the bundle? I'm using Yelp, book one job, but seems they're all price shopping. So I have one for weddings, and then I think there's a video one. I think there's a wedding pack. If you look in there, there's a wedding pack that covers both photo and video, and it's a wrap on that. Been doing a lot of events, baby showers, and art shows. Yeah, if that's the case, photo booth. I was doing weddings, and when we showed up, we were like, "Who'd y'all hire for the photo booth?" Oh, I could have did that. So I just invested in it. But there's something coming on that. Keep an eye out, maybe around like Black Friday. Maybe. The thing is, you have to look at things that aren't going right and figure things out and figure out. That's one part that's challenging that I love about being in business is I get to look at what's not right and find a way to fix it. I am a problem solver. It starts with me. It starts with solving my problems. Can't solve my problems. Period. Is there a Thumbtack technique video available? There is not. Actually, in the master call, I talk about Thumbtack. Yeah, I talk about Thumbtack in the master course. He said, Ty's contracts and proposals have saved. Hey, you gotta cover yourself. You gotta cover yourself. Do I need the first half of the course? I say you need the whole course. I say you need it all. Only because, so let me break this down. Let me say this real quick, 5 minutes left. I try not to go to the master course. Let me tell you what's great about the master course. The order in which it's taught is very important. Don't skip nothing. I don't care if you already got an LLC set up. I bet you it's something in there that's going to make you be like, damn, I got to redo it. Don't skip nothing. Don't just go to just sections. Take it in order, because you're going to get to chapter 8 or 9, and there's going to be something that tell you to build off something that we told you to do in chapter 2. And you're like, oh, I don't have that. Well, it's not going to be. Just take it from the top, because there are plenty of people that, like I said, come on here and ask questions. And I'm like, well, that was covered in chapter 2. And I go back and they skip chapter 2 because they already got an LLC or whatever. They already got a mailbox set up. So just take it in order. I promise you, you're going to probably be mad at me because you're going to be like, damn, I got to start from scratch. I got to rip up what I'm doing and start from scratch. But I'd rather you realize that now than to be 10 years in and have a business collapse because you didn't set the foundation correctly. So, them wedding contracts get you a good meal. That was the selling point. You would be surprised at how many weddings I was shooting and they wasn't feed. And y'all mad because I'm trying to get a plate and the timing in which I got a plate, right? So wedding photographers, any wedding photography know that, and the time you eat is important. The only time you can chill on pictures is when everybody's eating. So don't feed me last, or I'm woofing through my food because not a bride and grooms get their plate. So I can eat while they're eating. That the time, like that should be a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many wedding planners don't think of it. They don't think of it. Dated, is that included in the current package? Yes. Once you in for life. Blood in, blood out. Definitely. Josh said, we already mad at you every Tuesday and Thursday. If you're not ripping stuff up and redoing it, then I ain't helping you grow. So I ain't happy at the same time. You should be feeling real bipolar when you finish here. They try to feed you Popeyes when they get in surf and turf. Absolutely. They don't want to pay for that extra plate. You're going to pause in the middle of your wedding, and I'm going to go to McDonald's. And I'll get back when I get back. Which one do you want? I've told clients that before I had a contract, because I was like, dang, why I gotta go through this? And I started shooting like really like cheap weddings just to get my feet wet. And they were like, we ain't about to, a plate is $50. We ain't about to give you no plate. Been here since 7 in the morning. I'm here to 2 a.m. I'm about to go eat. I'm about to take a lunch and a dinner. Peace. I'm not about to pack a wedding. Y'all gonna be divorced in 2 months anyway. So it ain't about to happen, fam. I'm sorry. I'm literally a new niche. Absolutely. When you find your lane, it feels good. And remember, your niche should be based off things that you love. So you can talk about your Flash Film Academy is business. You can tell I love it. I'm talking here for an hour. I done got no notes. It ain't no notes here. I'm just shooting it with y'all. I'm giving y'all stuff based off experience. I can talk about it because I lived it. I don't need to bring everything in and do the, you know what I'm saying? Like, breathe it, eat it, sleep it. You wake up to thinking about it. I'm up in the middle of the night. I keep my iPad by my bed because I'm typing on stuff. I got notes. So any entrepreneur, you got to keep something to keep notes. You just wake up with ideas. You got to write it down. You got to continue to create that content. So if you're not an entrepreneur and you got a spouse or a wife or a husband sitting next to you, tell them it's normal for you to have these ideas. Tell them it's normal for you to want to wake up and go jump on a computer at 4 a.m. because something's on your mind. Tell them it's normal for you. Sometimes I go other places and just take a laptop and just take notes because I have so many ideas. I'm always writing stuff down. My notes app is ridiculous. I love it. I love it that it syncs across in Google Documents and everything. So 10 seconds, there you go. So those are things that all right. A few more questions and we're going to wrap for the day. A few more questions and we're going to wrap. All right. That's it on that one. The rest of y'all can go back to the 15%. Boom, that's done. We'll leave that there. Let me look at some of these questions that's popping up. Because I think it was one I missed before I go. Thought about hotel hospitality as a niche. What about hotels and hospitalities? You got to go 3 layers deep on that niche. What are you doing for them? You got to go deeper than that. Because that can be Airbnbs, that can be major hotel chains, which will be difficult to get into. It can be mom and pop motels. We need to go a layer deep within that. We need to go. So go deep in that niche. And of course, I tell you about going deep in the niche, on that niche. Go deep. Another thing too, the graphic is, I want to say this too, and I'm going to put that back on the screen. The mini courses, they are going away soon. I'm about to get rid of the mini courses. Why, Ty? Because they're for people who go to the website, they're confused, selling like crazy. So they're going to go away. If you bought a mini course and you want the next part, will you have the ability to get it? Absolutely. Absolutely. You just contact me. But the mini courses are going away soon. But today, you pretty much get a full course at the price of a mini course. If I get off this live, it's a wrap for that. So I just want to say that. I want to put that out there. Very important that I tell y'all. So with that being said, Do one thing for me. I'm going to ask you for one favor. If you're not subscribed and hit the like button, I'm going to ask you to post what you learned today in today's video. What did you learn today in this live? And the reason I ask that is to help you to grow. So definitely. Art says, should I separate videography pricing and video editing prices? Yep. In the master course, we got 2 whole different pricing structures for both. It should not be one. Those things should be itemized. Itemized. The growth part is coming real soon. Does this niche need to be deeper? Promotional video for small technology companies. What are you promoting? Are we promoting the brand or products? So that's where I would go one layer deep. How do you find and research niches? I want to start getting beta clients, just unsure of niche. How do I get, I do have your course, by the way, it's great. So on the master course, there's a whole section on niches, how to find it, look at what's in your area, how to determine the income in your area, all of that. Let me get a discount code one last time. But niches are dependent on a lot of things. 1, what you love. 2, what's available in your area. Because if you're in the middle of Utah, it may be difficult to do surfing videos. So understanding your terrain, your area, your situation really helps. Yeah, contract, things are getting insane again here in New York, like crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Because look, you got to realize this. Remember when I say you're positioning yourself as a big company, right? You got a truck wrap. The cons is you become a target. People want to sue you. People want to get money from you. The boss know you got a $2 million insurance policy. They want to find a way to get it. Is the demo reel in the master course? No, that's a completely separate course. When it comes to COVID, you want to make sure you got a contract saying you can't sue me for this. There is nothing out there to protect you if you can have a vaccine and still carry it and give it to somebody, and they'll try to come after you for it. So just protect yourself, protect your neck. CYA at all times. There are people that are looking to sue companies just because the coffee is too hot. They're looking to sue people for whatever reason. So protect yourself. Do what you got to do. A freaking piece of paper can protect you. I use it all the time. I'm not even coming in the building without that sign these days. So if you want to continue to work through it, definitely want to do that. Make sure you guys are a part of the community. Make sure you guys are a part of the community over on the gold side of things. In fact, make sure you guys, we can chop it up. If you guys want to link up, we got some areas that you can post where you're from, so you guys can link up and shoot together and all of that. With that being said, we had a good day today. Man, 50K subscribers, bro. It's like a stadium of people. Think about that. That's like a stadium of people. That's dope. I want to continue to grow this thing, continue to help people grow their business. Even with 50,000, it's still so much business. We'll need another 2-3 million to even get close to a small percentage of the business out there, because every company needs what you do. Think about that. Every company needs what you do. You're doing what you got to do to build your brand. You're looking the part, because you got to look like a big client to get a big client. All y'all want to be Fred and y'all want to go and get Walmart. Well, Walmart don't buy from Fred. Walmart buy from companies that look like Walmart. Yeah, that's another New York is now requiring it. Absolutely. You got to look the part. And business is about learning and about changing your mindset. Understanding that you have been bred to be a consumer. Shout out to Africa. Understanding that you have been bred to be a consumer. You've been doing it for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It's going to take some time to change that mentality. It's not going to happen overnight, but you're going to have to want to make that change. This is something that's been instilled in you from day one. When you were a baby, you probably had name brand clothes. Your mama didn't want to put you in, Walmart shirts. She probably put you in Oshkosh Bagosh or something like that. She put you, your family, that's all they know. People see value with the logo on their chest. That's not clothes and shoes and status. Becoming a business owner is understanding how to flip that and use it to your advantage. It's a mindset that needs to change, to strengthen. So continue to grow that muscle, continue to change that mindset, continue to learn, continue to grow. And trust me, it's going to reflect in your pockets. It's going to change. Then your friends will change, your house will change, your area will change. How you look at things will change. How you spend your time will change. How you spend your money will change. What you teach your kids will change. The example you set for people around you will change. But you have to work on the only thing that you can control in this world, and that is you. So continue to work on that. Continue to grow. Continue to read. Remember, educate yourself more than you entertain yourself, and things will grow around you. So many of your friends want to get rich quick. They want the money. They want to be a boss. They want the power. They want what comes with success, but they don't want to do the work. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to change. They don't want to change. Let me say it again. They don't want to change. They just want the results without the. Everybody want to get to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. So you got to make the changes so that you can go in that direction. I don't even like people that want to talk about Lamborghinis and you see the new blah blah blah. You see that new blah blah. I don't even want to talk about it. Let me put the discount code up there again because we get ready to wrap. I just want to talk. Who look, window shoppers. I'm a go getter, right? I'm about doing what I got to do to go get it. Let's talk about that. We ain't got to talk about Lamborghinis and Porsches. Let's talk about what we got to do to put ourselves in a position to afford that. I don't want to just talk about the end result. That's wishing. I don't wish. I go and do it. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So put yourself around people who are talking about the process and not just the result. Put yourself around people that are finding ways to do more with what they have and not complain about it. Put yourself around people that have the mentality to win, wishing, hoping. One day I'm gonna drive I'm gonna drive this and I'm gonna put yourself around people that enjoy the process or themselves to put themselves in that position. And you will be there with them. Get away from wishers and dreamers and window shoppers. We don't do that no more because everything you want is achievable if you're willing to sacrifice and change. I'm not even a motivational speaker. I'm just telling you the truth from experience. So, all right, guys, I will definitely see y'all later. If you're not gold.flashfilmacademy.com. This don't apply to that. This right here, I can't even point to it. That don't apply to that. It's $20. It is what it is. All right, guys. Again, post in the comments what you've learned from this video. I would really love to know. Thank you guys for your support for 50,000 subscribers. Y'all be safe. And I will definitely see y'all Thursday, 7 p.m. You know how we get down. You know how we get down. Gold members, y'all know what's up. Y'all know about the after hours, what happens once the live cut off. Y'all already know. I don't even got to tell you. I'll see you then. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Do what you got to do to survive.